Really good practice, especially coming off of a scrimmage. For whatever reason, they had great energy, really got after it in individual against each other, and then in team sessions as well. And a good overtime session. So I don't know why, but it was really good to see.
Well, did you deliver any kind of a message this morning or anything that regard to what happened yesterday?
Not really. I think that was yesterday, and we really just moved forward. And I thought that the offense did a much better job outside of Jalen's fumble towards the end. There was a huge emphasis today on taking care of the ball, and they did. So it was good to see, and I think the offense was humbled a little bit. I think I said it to you guys yesterday. If I could have had the scrimmage go one way yesterday, that's the way I would have wanted it to go. To make sure our defense had some confidence, and make sure our offense knew that they had got a lot of work to do, regardless of where everybody ranks them, where they think how many points they think that they're going to score.
Mm-hmm. Is there any kind of a greater sense of urgency with the season now, about 12 days away from starting?
I think there is. I think that everybody feels that you get through a weekend type thing with a scrimmage, and they know that was really the last big one. And I do think that was part of today. And I think they felt it. I think you saw number 2 and number 9 come out today and dominate the entire day. So it was good to see.
Do you think Robert's 100%?
I think Robert's doing really well, and I think that he's really, in his mind, ready to go, whatever that means.
When you went back and looked at the film,
that was the best way to not answer that question.
When you went back and looked at the film from Sunday, were any of these spots that we've been talking about, the kind of the question marks, any solidity in your mind with what's going on in terms of like strong safety or second corner, right tackle, anything like that?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get into that really. I think that we're going to still let it play out, and we'll figure out a depth chart whenever that is to release. And I don't want to keep the competition going here and not really play it in the media.
Did anyone jump out to you in the film review, maybe in the line play that you didn't notice the first time around, in a good way?
I do think Morgan Bresling played well after not a very good week of practice. I thought he played well and showed up, and he's really kind of done it since he's been here. He showed up in scrimmages, and sometimes he's been lucky on some blocking assignments. He had some easy ones, but he's also made some plays, so it was good. That was really good to see, especially with JR and Wes out.
How is it Turk or Turk?
Max Turk.
Yeah. Okay. How's he? Is he continuing to progress, or has he hit any of those dead spots that sometimes freshmen get overloaded with?
I don't think he has really. Especially early on playing both sides. You don't say his name very much, and that's a good thing with offensive linemen as you're watching film. He's going to be really, really good. I don't even know where he's going to end up playing someday, but he has a unique body and a unique skill set that he could probably play all 3 spots.
You said last week that if Andre was healthy, he would be the starting left tackle. Asking the same thing about Lamar. If Lamar were healthy, would he be the starting middle backer, or has Hayes kind of opened your eyes to some other possibilities?
No, I would think it'd be the same way that we started. I would think it would be Lamar. But that's based off of Lamar being 100%.
We talked a lot about the frontline guys and the difference between them and the other guys. Does that lead to any complacency with the first team offense, knowing there aren't a lot of guys pushing them?
Yeah, I think that definitely can, and maybe that has played a part. We try to challenge our guys not to be the best in their position, because of those reasons without depth, but to be the best in the country at their position. So, like I said, it was good, and I think the 9 and 2 came out and stepped up today after, they were very frustrated in the call scene yesterday. So we just got to keep pushing them against everybody in the country, not just against their own roster.
Are you feeling any better or more confident about the defensive line? Are you getting some answers at some spots?
I did feel better yesterday. If you watching the film, I think that was probably 50%. They played well, and the defense played with really good effort yesterday, really good energy. I thought the staff did a great job getting them going and getting them focused and in the mindset that it was a real game. I thought they responded, and I thought the offense did not. I thought the offense kind of was looking around, and there was no noise, and they kind of heard them talk about an eerie feeling over there, with it so quiet. And I thought the defense, was focused on playing really well.
we've heard some of the D-line guys say they could actually be better than last year's D-line. Is that a potential? I mean, are they athletic enough, good enough?
They got a long ways to go. I would not say that, and they should not be saying that.
Is there any news to report on Wiley or Simmons at this point?
You talk about frontline guys.
No.
Do you think that George Ugo is kind of moving into that group?
I do. I think George, even though he had some lapses yesterday, and he only played about 30 plays, so with defensive line, it's always hard to go from a practice to a game. It's so intense and so fast during the game. But I think George definitely has made some steps. He's not there yet, but I think George and Wes have the ability, to be dominant players like Nick was last year.
Are you confident that?
Leonard could be really, really good. Now, he's a long ways away. I don't know that yet. Now remember, we basically yesterday were sitting in. We basically been here for 14 days and basically had 13 days left. So really, we were about halfway, and so we have to remember that. If a guy can come this far, as a lot of these young guys have, he can come this far again.
Any word on Darius Rogers?
No.
Are you confident that that's going to be resolved favorably for him? Or?
There's no way of knowing. That's out of our hands. We don't have anything to do with it.
Is this a defense that has the potential to generate a lot of takeaways?
I think so. I think it's built around faster guys. We're not very big. I think we do have a lot of good ball skills in our back seven. And obviously that has a lot to do with Dion and Anthony moving down, so that you become, you got two DBs playing linebacker spots. So I'm hoping that yesterday, that was a good sign of what's going to come this year.
You mentioned Scotty and Marvin and their impact already. What did you see specifically that says you got two new guys, different way of looking at things with this back seven?
Well, I do think, I don't know that it's completely different. What I do like about both of them is they're completely college background guys. And the NFL thing is good, especially for recruiting. So we have a good balance of that. But when you're on defense, I think the college background's more important than on offense, because you see such different offenses when you play college defense. When you're on offense, you don't really see much different on defense. So I think that transition for NFL guys is easier on offense. I think on defense, hash marks are very different. And it has to do a lot with how you call defense and your spacing, and then obviously the running quarterbacks in the spread you don't see at that level.
When do you get on to Howard Jones again, do you think?
We'll be safe. We'll probably give it a good 3 or 4 more days.
Do you like this setup? I mean,
this is pretty good grass, and I mean it's basically almost a full field, so it's really good and something that Frank let us do, come over here, which was nice of him. So we'll try to come back over here once in a while as much as we can, so we can keep a fast track over there.
Has Leonard hit that?
Anything to get ready for Hawaii yet? Hawaii specific stuff yet at all?
No, I have not.
Has Leonard hit that freshman wall?
Yeah, he did a little bit. We saw it yesterday. More missed assignments, and the game got pretty big yesterday for him. So now we go into this week and slow back down, get back to practice, and learn from that.